Jason is good at playing basketball at school, so his teacher calls his mom and says to her, Jason is good at playing basketball and he likes it playing very much. He also wants to be a member of the school basketball team. He can join the basketball training on Saturdays. Mrs. Kylie says, That sounds great! What time does the basketball training start? At 10 a.m. Jason wakes up happily on Saturday and thinks, What a wonderful dream! A few minutes later, Mrs. Kylie says aloud, Jason, breakfast time, come here. Jason gets out of his bed and takes off his pajamas. After that, he wears his trousers and sweater. Then he goes to the kitchen. His parents usually prepare breakfast together at the weekends. He says, Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dad. Where's Olin? His mother answers, Good morning, Jason. Maybe he's outside, honey. Jason and his parents have a big breakfast. Jason starts to talk about his dream. Then Jason's mom says, I know you love playing basketball, so I have a surprise for you. Guess it. Here is your sports ID card. You can go to the sports center next to the fire station in the city center at weekends. You can have new friends and play basketball together. Really? You are the best, Mom. Thank you. What a big surprise for me. Next year, I can join the school team. Can I go to the sports center today? The television is on, but nobody watches TV in the kitchen. Jason's dad, Bob, is drinking a cup of coffee and says, Of course. After Jason helps his parents tidy up the kitchen, he goes to his bedroom and puts his sports outfit into his bag. After 10 minutes, Jason is in front of the sports center. He is excited and happy. There is an information desk in the sports center. Jason goes to the information desk to learn the basketball course time. He says to the woman, Good morning. My name is Jason. Here's my ID card. Today is my first day here. I want to join the basketball course. Can I learn the time of the basketball course? The woman says with a warm smile, Welcome, Jason. At weekends, the basketball course starts at 1 p.m. and finishes at 2 p.m. You can join it every weekend. You can also come here on weekdays to swim in the pool. Great! It's 10 to 1. You can also join it today. Yay! I have my sports outfit and trainers in my bag. The sports center is huge. On the basketball field, there are 10 kids and a coach. The coach wants the kids to work in pairs. Jason's pair is Alex. Jason says, Alex, what do you like doing in your free time? I like listening to music, taking photos, doing origami, and reading books. What about you? I like fishing, riding a bike, and hiking. Alex, you are playing basketball very well. Thank you, Jason. It's my favorite. But I also like playing dodgeball and blind man's buff with my friends. What about you? My favorite one is also basketball, but I also love playing tic-tac-toe. Where do you study? I study at Woodcliff Secondary School. I want to be a member of our school basketball team. Really? I also want to be a member of my school basketball team. Come on, try to get the ball, Jason. At the end of the basketball course, Jason feels happy. He has a new friend, Alex. After Jason has a shower, he wears his casual clothes and walks home alone. Jason thinks playing basketball makes him energetic on the way. He wants to talk to Zoe about the basketball course. Zoe is in the garden. Jason says to Zoe, Zoe, how are you doing? Fine, I'm playing hopscotch here alone. Come here. Today is great. I can join the basketball course at the weekends. I have a sports center card. I'm happy. What a nice hobby. Today is a typical day for me. Every Saturday morning, I get out of my bed at 9 o'clock. I get dressed, comb my hair, and go to the kitchen to have breakfast with my parents. After breakfast, I play online games. At 12, I have lunch, and then I help my dad wash the car. Now, I'm playing hopscotch. It's enjoyable. I don't like playing hopscotch. We can play hide and seek with Kim and Gary at the park. We can meet at the park in 10 minutes. But I need to go home to say to my parents, "That sounds awesome. See you there." Zoe runs fast and says aloud, "Mom, Mom, can I go to the park with Jason?" 10 minutes later, Jason and Zoe are at the park. The park isn't crowded. They start to play hide and seek first. Gary is the it. He starts to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jason is behind the big tree, and Zoe hides behind the kiosk. Gary finds all the kids easily, but Jason is good at hide and seek. Then Gary sees Jason's arm and shouts, "Jason! Jason! Jason! You're behind the tree!" They play hide and seek 4 times. Then Zoe says, "Let's play dodgeball." Kim says, "It's so boring. I don't want to play dodgeball. Let's play tag, or I will skip rope." Zoe says, "Don't be such a spoilsport." Jason tries to find a solution and asks, "Who wants to play dodgeball?" After that, all of them raise their hands, but Kim doesn't. Then he asks, "Who wants to play tag?" Kim raises her hand. After that, Kim says, "You all want to play dodgeball. Let's play it." Zoe says, "No problem, Kim. We can play tag later." At first, they play dodgeball, and then they play tag. Olin also plays tag with them. They feel happy and laugh a lot. Zoe, Jason, and Olin leave there at 5 o'clock. They start to walk together. Jason says, "Zoe, what about playing chess or checkers at our home?" "Maybe, but first I need to go home. I can be at your home at 5:30. "Okay, cuz." At 5:25, Zoe is in front of Jason's house. She has a blue folder in her hand. Jason says, "Welcome, Zoe. Come in." "What is that in your hand?" "A surprise." Zoe and Jason are in the living room now. Zoe says, "Jason, you know I love games. I have a new game, but I need a pencil." "I can get it. Wait a minute." "We can play it now. First, give me the blue folder, please." There's a paper in the blue folder and a chart on it. Let's write our names. How can we play it? For example, tell me a hobby starting with C. Collecting stamps. Great, you get 1 point. I'm writing here. My turn now. Tell me a hobby starting with D. Dancing. Great, I'm writing 1 point for you. Zoe and Jason play this game until Zoe gets 5 points. Zoe is the winner of the game. Jason says, "Congrats, Zoe." Jason's mom, Mrs. Kylie, is knitting in the kitchen. She stops knitting and says aloud, "It's time to have your favorites, kids. Come here." Jason and Zoe go to the kitchen and look at the table. Zoe says, "Aunt, you're great. Oh, chocolate cake. Yummy." There are 2 slices of chocolate cake on the table. Then Jason says, "Thank you, Mom. I love chocolate cake very much. Delicious." Zoe says, "Yummy. You are good at making delicious cakes, Aunt." "Thank you. Good appetite, honey. Do you want to drink something? Maybe some water?" "Thank you, Aunt.